On to race number 10 then, the fourth of the all-weather races and the second last on the programme as well. 1200-metre Class 3 here, headed by Winning Ways. Sha Tin from barrier 9. Second start, first time on the dirt. Gratwick makes his Hong Kong debut for Francis Loy and Jack Wong. Raging Blitzkrieg beat the favourite last start, course and distance. Go Public, runner-up. Last time out behind Speedy King, course and distance. Hard Promise makes his all-weather debut. Happy Mutual goes up in class, last start, course and distance winner. Exceptional Desire makes his all-weather debut, and down to London City, who's a two-time distance winner, but not on the dirt.
No, there are a few that are going to touch this surface under race conditions for the first time. Happy Meteor is not in that category. We know he's a horse that's raced on it many times. It'll be his 17th career start on the surface. He's a last start winner, and he should find the front despite the wide barrier. Patch Baby, Exceptional Desire can posse up with Raging Blitzkrieg. Gratwick probably will settle midfield. Winning Ways, Storm Soldier, probably the likely back end, as you would have thought.
Here is the first starter, Gratwick. He's had 4 trials leading this. He's quite a big horse, 1,213 pounds. So you can see him on screen there. Jack Wong will ride him on race day as well. So he's a nice, big, strong horse.
Yep.
The next one we got here is Go Public. Really like this piece of work from him. He's the one closest to us, just going past Mongolian King, and he really hit the line very strongly, I thought, in his gallop here. So it was a really good piece from Go Public. Wouldn't be surprised if he ran a good race. And Happy Meteor's done nothing wrong since his win, and he's moving nicely here as well. He's just working with a Go Beauty Go, who's obviously in good form as well. So he's doing everything right.
All right, OK, and this is the first leg of the third double trio as well. 1.1 million going into an estimated return in the region of $6 million. Right, a number of these horses on the all-weather for the first time, including Patch Baby. These are Zach Purton's thoughts, who's talking to Ed at Trackwork.
He gave me the feel of an OK horse. He feels, you know, like he's come in on a pretty competitive mark for where he's at, and he's going to have to beat his best to get the job done at the moment, because he's still on the weak side a little bit, and he can strengthen up and improve as time goes on. But you know, like a lot of Frankie's horses, they tend to improve from their first start to their next start, and he was another example of that. And I thought his run last time was probably a little bit disappointing, so he needs to pull his socks up a bit.
3 meetings to go. You're in front by 3 wins in the Premiership over Joe. What's your take on the situation at the moment?
Yeah, well, there's still a long way to go, and I think this weekend, you know, like every meeting recently, is going to be important, and hopefully I can just keep riding winners here and there.
Are you confident with your book of rides?
They're okay. It's at the time of year where, you know, there's not much depth to the fields. Joe's been getting much stronger rides than I have recently, so it's been making it a little bit hard to stay where I am, but, you know, I'd prefer to be in front than behind for sure.
Absolutely, he's 3 in front as well. But Patch Baby, no all-weather trials, but he is by more than ready, who's the sire of Remarkable and Willie Way, who have both been very good on this surface.
It's something Paul's brought up on numerous occasions, Andrew, and he's been a fan of the horse from day one.
Yeah, I've got him on top again. He's going really nicely, and his work on the track's been pretty good on the all-weather. I can't see why he won't run well on it.
All right, OK, that's Patch Baby. Zach Purton, barrier 5 for Frankie Law. Happy Meteor, we know he goes very well on this surface. All-the-way win last time out. Goes up in class. He's a 6-time winner in this grade.
Yeah, I know. It reads all right, doesn't it? But I must admit, I didn't think he was going that well going into this. And then, obviously, the benefit of those runs underneath the belt have obviously improved him a lot. The time, 1:78, is very competitive. So, as you've highlighted, 6 wins in the class is a pretty good effort. He's a 7-year-old. I didn't put him in the tips, but there's reasons too, as you've touched on.
I put him in. I put him in for 4th just to keep him safe, because he's going well. And he's got barrier 12, which would be a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
All right, OK, that's Happy Meteor. Matthew Poon in the saddle once more from Sportshead barrier 12. A couple more races still to take a check on. Jade Theatre and Raging Blitzkrieg. Now, Raging Blitzkrieg was favourite, and quite a short price favourite for his all-weather debut here.
He was, but he sort of missed the hop, Andrew, and it made it difficult for him. I thought he still ran well in defeat. Having said that, he is starting to become a little bit sort of costly, because he's sort of been fancied in quite a lot of his race starts and hasn't been able to get it done yet. I will give him one more chance. He does need to step cleanly, though, if he's going to win. Yeah,
I've got him on a minor line. I think he's OK on the surface, but there's a couple others I like.
All right, OK. We saw Go Public in track work there. He looked pretty good. He looked pretty good on his all-weather debut as well, behind Speedy King.
Yeah, he's going really nicely, this horse as well, Public. He did win 3 starts ago at a big price, showed it was no fluke, and there was a good second behind Speedy King, who was well primed for this race. His track work on the surface has been good. I like Patch Baby, but he's not far behind Go Public.
Just barrier 8 was a little concern. It can sometimes be a tricky gate, but there's no doubt this was a nice run. When he did win, he beat Comfort Life, and Comfort Life has won well since. So there's obviously a couple of ticks alongside of his name as regards to being a progressive type.
All right, Gratwick makes his Hong Kong debut. He used to be trained by Darren Weir in Australia, had the same name there. He's had 4 trials in Hong Kong.
I mentioned in the speed map that he's probably likely to be midfield or worse. It's worth pointing out, in most of his trials here in Hong Kong, he has been handy enough, so potentially he can sit a little bit closer. I'll be interested to see what your thoughts are, Paul, on whether or not you've actually got him in the tips on this surface.
No, I didn't put him in.
Was that the main concern, the surface?
Yeah, and I just thought he was pushed out a little bit on that trial. But, yeah, his trials on the turf have been OK. I haven't liked his all-weather one, so okay. I'm happy to watch and see.
That was Winning Ways just on his shoulder as well. Also goes around here as well. I'm not sure 4 numbers is enough here, Paul, but what do you like?
Well, I went with Patch Baby. He's bred for the surface. I think he can go well. Go Public is going to be give him plenty to do, though. And I really like that Quinella. Raging Blitzkrieg, as Brett said, he's been pretty consistent on this surface, but he is getting a little bit costly now. And a Happy Meteor, it's barrier 12, but he's a horse in form. I went 5, 6, 3 and 9, and then I went the QQPs 3, 5, 6.
Yeah, I think there's a few you can sort of narrow it down to. I ended up settling on the numbers of 3, 5, 8, 9. Raging Blitzkrieg, should he step well from gate 1, deserves another chance. There were some runs on the turf suggesting he was fairly talented. That run behind Mission Tycoon, 3 back when he was very wide from a wide barrier, was a really good run. And then a tough trip at his next one, and then last start awkward out of the gate. So he's had some excuses along the way as well. Patch Baby's going well. Surface obviously should be ideal, as Paul's touched on. You can see the prices there. Hard Promise has come up place favourite. He hasn't raced since mid-April. Drawn 2, first go on the surface. Armin Lee, as Paul's mentioned, looking for 1 or 2 winners if he can find them before the end of the season. So wanted to throw him in. And then Happy Meteor, I did end up sneaking him in just for 4, 3, 5, 8, 9.
That Hard Promise just is by Hard Spun. And it's another one that's got some really good horses on the all-weather.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I got the same numbers as you, Brett. Go Public didn't quite make it in, but as I say, there's a bit of depth to that, and it's certainly one you can probably go wide in. Gratwick wasn't too far off either. All right, 10 races down then, but still 1 to go. Back on the turf for race number 11.